Mira Business FM, your daily guide to the markets, money, and more.
It's the morning drive. It's Mira Business FM. My name's Tim Elliott, and I have news. There is a new program starting up soon here at Mira Business FM. It's going to be called Crossroads, and the presenter is Dr. David Tully. He is the head of media at Middlesex University, often a guest on this channel. He's based here in Dubai, and he's also here in the studio with me. It's very nice to see you.
It's wonderful to see you. Thanks for having me back.
May I wish you a happy new year?
Happy New Year to you, sir.
Look, it's the 12th. I shouldn't really...
It's never too late.
Is it not?
No. 12 days of Christmas, maybe 12 days of New Year. We'll call it that.
So 12th night would be the 6th of January. So I don't mean to pull you up there, David.
I'm still suffering jet lag, so it's all just one big blur to me.
Counting is useful in life. It's nice to see you. So you're from New York, I know that, but where were you for the festive?
I was in New York, and it was fantastic because it snowed pretty much every day we were there. Winter Wonderland.
Oh, really?
Beautiful white Christmas like we used to have when I was a kid.
Was it like Home Alone 2, was it?
It was exactly like Home Alone 2. In fact, we made a pilgrimage to the plaza.
Did you really?
To Central Park, the ice skating rink, the whole shebang.
Oh, I love it. Well, look, it's good to have you back. And it's exciting, actually. So, first of all, congratulations. New show starting. I know there has been, I won't say too much because, I'd have to shoot you. But I know you've done a pilot.
It stays in this room.
Yeah, exactly. Just between you and me. So what will Crossroads be all about?
Well, thank you again. We're super excited about it. And I'll be doing this with my co-host, Deema Maghalseh, who is also teaching with me at Middlesex. But in addition to being a senior lecturer at the university, she is a filmmaker in her own right, a documentary filmmaker. And I have experience in writing, in script writing, and for television and film too. So it's not going to be a strictly academic perspective. It's going to be people active in the industry talking about the entertainment industry. And with guests, not the two of us talking back and forth at each other each week, but each week with a guest tackling whatever the pressing news of the day is. And since it is Business FM, Mira Business FM, it will be from a business perspective as well.
It is. So it's kind of the business of entertainment. I mean, there are so many facets to that. I don't really know where to start. But I suppose in lots of ways, you have kind of a blank slate, don't you? Because this is a nascent industry, really, in Dubai, in the UAE.
Absolutely. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating time for the world media entertainment industry, but it's a fascinating time, of course, for it specifically here. And that's why we called the show Crossroads, too, because we're at a crossroads for the industry and the technology globally.
Yeah.
But this place is also a crossroads for so many cultures, for so many different people coming together from different backgrounds to create new stories.
Yeah, I mean, if there's one thing about the UAE, it is a hub for kind of everybody, isn't it? At last count, somebody said to me the other day, 180 nationalities. Another person said 200. Somebody else said 215. So we're kind of back to counting, and I've lost count.
I know New York has a reputation for being a big cosmopolitan city, not unwarranted.
It does.
And yet, as somebody who's from there, who's lived there many years, I've got to say, going back there and then coming back here, in a weird way, this feels more international, more cosmopolitan, actually.
Do you know
for that very reason that you just said.
It does. I use the verb exposed with under advisement, but you're exposed to lots more people. Your daily interactions. I'm digging a really deep hole.
I'm not going to touch it, but
your daily interaction.
Yes.
You meet so many different people from so many different places. It's one of the great things about living here, I think.
It is, because you go back to New York and somebody's extremely rude to you, and not in a very bad way, but they're rude and you love it, and you're like, oh, I'm back in New York. But you get what you expect. Whereas here, you're constantly getting something unexpected. You're getting surprise. People are coming with a different framework and a different perspective.
That's such a good way to put it, because I found that New York was I've only been there once, but I found it not rude, not an affront, but it was, let's say, direct.
In your face, yes.
Kind of in your face, in the same way as Paris seemed a little bit more, that was like that. In London, it's very why are you talking to me? What, are you weird?
Oh, yes.
Sit away from
I'll
me.
never forget. I lived for a time in Munich, and I made the mistake there of saying hello to people on the street. And I'll never make that mistake again in Munich.
Yeah, they
don't
probably
like
just
that.
think, oh, he's an American. It'll be all right. He'll get over it eventually. He'll fit in at some point. Let me ask you a little bit about you, because I don't know if people, for anybody watching this, new show starting soon. It's going to be a weekend show. It's called Crossroads. But just a little bit about you, first of all. I know you obviously are a professor of media. You're based here in Dubai, but you've had your hand in a few screenwriting, script writing.
I've written some films. Maybe the less said about them, the better. The scripts are good, though. Or at least they were at one point.
Somebody has to say that, don't they?
I've written a lot of scripts that have sold. You're always got the fingers crossed that they're going to be made. I've written television, created and sold television series. Was head writer for a series too, that I created. So there is. I'm coming from that perspective as well as writing books too. Written biographies, novels. I've got a new nonfiction book of criticism coming out, which I'll be talking about on the show at various points. Not obsessively.
But see, that's interesting to me, because I don't know anything really about the industry at all, the entertainment industry. I just know what everybody knows, movie, popcorn, watch, enjoy, go home. That's my limit, really. But if you write a screenplay and you sell it, it doesn't mean it's going to be a movie at any point. It may sit on somebody's...
I wish it was. There are many drawers in Hollywood, London, Europe, filled with the scripts of mine that have sold. And not been made.
Yeah, okay.
Good ones, too, which I wish you could share with the world. But once you've sold them, your hands are tied.
Well, they may pop up again. You never know.
That's yeah.
So what happens with that? I'm not asking for figures, and if there's anything you can't tell me, don't tell me. But what you write your screenplay and you then send it off and somebody buys it, and what if it is then optioned or however it works?
In the best of all possible worlds, you send it off, somebody actually reads it, somebody even better likes it, buys it,
Right.
and then that someone is always a producer or production company, and then those people hopefully find the money and the resources to get it made.
Right.
And of course, the producer is the most important person in all of filmmaking, and the one that people tend not to talk about because it's the least glamorous. But when they present the best picture at the Oscars, it's the producer who gets it, not the director, scriptwriter, star, any of that, because the producer is the one who made it happen.
Yeah, the producer's the octopus.
And yeah, exactly. And what you really want in the film business is to be allied with a good producer, far more than anything.
Yeah. Well, it's like this in this profession. If Michael wasn't here, I don't know. I'd be asleep, probably at the moment, still in bed. Probably happier.
On second thought.
But there you are. Did I say that? I said that out loud. Keep it in. So that's kind of you. So you're in Dubai. You're a head of media. You're at Middlesex University. A little bit about your co-host Deema as well.
Well, Deema's documentary filmmaker. I really, I wish I'd like her to introduce herself rather than me doing it, because I'm sure I'm going to say something and I'll go back and she'll be outraged at what I said, that it's all wrong. Very talented filmmaker, very documentary filmmaker. And she's great. Yeah, tops in her field. And we've been working together for many years. We actually first met not as fellow teachers, but I do a lot of voiceovers, or at least I used to before the robots took over and the advent of AI. A lot of television commercials, and movie trailers and stuff. And she was a producer that I worked with. Again, bringing up the importance of producers. So we've been working together for years. And my expertise is more on the writing side, the content side, and hers is as well. I'm not saying it isn't, but she's far more a tech person and far more savvy at the finance and the actual nuts and bolts of making the films than I am. So I think we're bringing two different perspectives to the field, which is what makes it useful to have both of us in the room with whoever our guest might be that week.
Bizarrely, when you were saying that, I had this image of her putting the batteries in and switching you on. Does that...
It's not too far off, especially as I get older.
Not a million
more
miles
gadgets
away.
It takes to run every day.
Hey, whatever works, I think. Just a little bit more on the show. I know I don't want to keep you for too long, but
I'm happy to talk about
the business, the impact, I guess, of entertainment in this region as well. And we have a huge, wide, diverse demographic, and that's underplaying it. But that's really what you're going to be dealing with. Kinds of people that you're going to be speaking to?
From in front of the camera, above the line, below the line, producers, investors, people, and we don't want to stick, specifically to film as well. You know, we were talking about the streaming, the boom in holiday music last week.
Yeah.
What we are prepared to cover is every aspect of the entertainment industry, because everything is coming together in a way that it wasn't even 10 years ago. That once upon a time you had a film industry. Look at the way various companies are coming together, like Warner Brothers is working on merging with whether it's Netflix or Paramount. They still haven't resolved that, which we talked about, what was that, 2 months ago?
Yeah, that's going to rumble on for a while, I think.
But they want it because they want all of those bits and pieces. They want, some of the investors want CNN, some of them want the music, but all of it is one big tapestry, and none of it can be separated one from the other anymore.
No, that's fair. I mean, it's kind of a unique show in that way, isn't it? Not least of which because we're in Dubai, we're at this is so corny, but we are we're at a cultural crossroads.
We are. I mean, that's why I couldn't think of any other title for it. And, you know, the Robert Johnson song that we're using is the theme song that was written 100 years ago, but it's an anthem for where we're living at now, not just geographically, but philosophically, spiritually, the way things are going. And that's what we're focusing on, not the history, but the future, where we're going. That's really our focus all the time.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. I really am. And it's going to be podcast as well. So, look, all the best with it. Hope it goes well.
Thank you so much.
If anybody's listening now, wants to get in touch with you, then easiest way is info@mira.fm.
Absolutely. We are ready and standing by.
Love it. Dr. David Tully, Head of Media at Middlesex University, also the presenter of a new show at Mira Business FM. It's going to be on at the weekends. It's going to be called Crossroads. David, good to see you.
Great to see you, and Happy New Year again.
And indeed, even if it is the 12th.
I'm going to push it as long as I can.
It's the morning drive. This is Mira Business FM. Like, subscribe, always appreciated. Wherever you find us, get in touch, tell us what you think. Everything we do, you can watch, listen to again across social media, and find us where you get your podcasts from. Just search Mira Business FM.